Good evening. My name is Steve Wright from Now Delivery in Lincoln, Rhode Island. I'm also part of the Rhode Island Trucking Association. And I'll be as brief as I can. I know this is going on quite long tonight. I guess as a business owner who's been in business 30 years in the state of Rhode Island, what we've seen for our industry is kind of the epitome of why Rhode Island gets a bad name, especially when it comes to doing business. We have a project here, a plan, that's going to spend $1 billion, and it's only going to rest on the backs of one industry. So essentially, we're asked to put a credit card or a checkbook down on the table for the next 30 years and just leave it open. Because at some point, you know, maybe we're going to hit the numbers, maybe we're not going to hit the numbers. And so what's going to happen 5 years from now, 6 years from now, there's a new administration, you folks may or may not be here, and the numbers aren't being met. And that's what people like myself and other businesses, you know, that I've spoken to in our industry. I just spoke to another trucking company in Pawtucket today that does a little bit of business in Rhode Island, but a fair amount in Massachusetts and other states. And what they pointed out to me, and I can verify it, is that all the other costs, just of a regular business in Massachusetts, are so much cheaper than Rhode Island. Workers' comp, taxes, insurance for your vehicles. So now you add another burden of tax. And you're going to take a plan that is now 3 weeks old and it's been revised 2 or 3 times, and there hasn't been adequate input. And I don't care what anybody in the administration or DOT says, you know, whatever they say, there's not been anybody brought to the table, maybe a couple of people, okay, but nobody in this industry, the Round Trucking Association, any other companies have said, you know, what do you think? Other than at the last minute, here's what we have, this is what we're going to do. And I think it's unfair, and it's unfair not only as businesses, but as taxpayers in Rhode Island. If that happened to any other industry, they'd be up here just as upset as we are. Thank you.